Hello everyone, welcome back to another Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial. We're in Premiere Pro 2021, or version 15 as they're calling it, and I'm going to show you how to add text behind video or behind a background screen or an image, but primarily video. And to show you what I mean, I've already done it. I'm going to show you it now, and then I'm going to show you the steps next. So let's just hit spacebar, see what we got here. Yeah, we got a cute little pupper dog, and that little pupper dog, very, very cute, but what we've done is we put the text behind the puppy. So instead of the standard, where if you write text, it sits on top of the video, and you can't get it behind an image or behind the puppy, or behind whatever the hell you're trying to hide it behind, I'm going to show you how to do that. And to do that, let's start from scratch, step one, and go all the way through it. I'm going to delete this, I'm going to delete everything in here, and it's time to start from scratch. Okay, so the first step is you want to go to your Windows Explorer or your Finder if you're in a Mac, and drag and drop some footage into your timeline, the footage that you're looking to use. This is stock footage that I'm using here, so you can download this and work along with me if you want to learn the technique with this specifically. The next step here is you can drag and drop it onto your timeline like I have just done, and I'll hit spacebar, and you're going to see here that we've got our footage. Now I'm going to go ahead and just restrict this to about 4 seconds of footage, and the reason why is because this is very CPU intensive. It takes a lot of juice, so let's go ahead and switch it to 48. There we go. Let's go whatever the heck this is. 4 seconds worth of footage. Okay, so you'll see here I stepped forward with this button here. I could step forward and step back, just in case you're new to After Effects, to get the exact time code of 4 seconds. Alright, now I'm going to drag this and stop it there so that we've got 4 seconds of footage. Alright guys, the next step is I've clicked off of it, and you'll notice here that I'm selected on the selection tool. Now it shows up for me at the bottom, but for some people it might show up here somewhere, especially if you're on an older version. All good. As long as you can find the tool, you want to go from your selection tool and you want to drop down to your type tool. And I'm going to now click on that, and then I'm going to type in somewhere around here. I'm just going to type in boxers. Alright, we got 2 boxers in the field. Perfect. Now, the next step here is you're going to notice that this little piece here is only a second long or so, and I want it to go the entire duration of the video. So I'm going to extend this out by just sliding that slider out. So now we've got boxers on top, and it goes right to the end of the footage. Okay, hopefully you're working along with me and you're seeing where we're going with this. The next step, and it's the critical one, well, one of the critical ones, is we want to duplicate this video. So we've got this video footage. I'm going to hold down the Alt or the Option key, and then I'm going to push up. And by doing that, that allows me to push up and create another duplicate of that original footage. So by letting it go here, I've now added duplicate footage to the third video track. So we've got the original footage, then we've got the text, and then we've got the third track. Now the third track, because it has no transparency and it has no alpha channel, etc., you can't see anything underneath it. So what you want to do now is we want to see what we're working on is one, making sure you're clicked on this third track here on the duplicate. We want to go now to your Effect Controls panel. If you don't see your Effect Controls panel, go to Window, Effect Controls, and make sure there's a check mark beside it. Then you will see the panel. Go there, head down to Opacity, left click on that, and then here you're going to see that it's set to 100%. We are going to drag that down to about 80% or so. The reason why is we're now about to draw a mask, but we want to be able to see where we're drawing and kind of how things are going. So we've dropped this down to 80% so we can see the boxes underneath it, the content that we wrote. And now it's time to draw a mask. So making sure you're clicked on opacity, now left click on this pen tool or this pencil tool. So well, it's pen, it's more like a calligraphy pen. Left click on it, and we're now going to load up something called mask. You're going to see something that says mask 1. We are now going to draw a mask. So I have dropped this down to 50% on purpose because I like to start my mask a little bit outside the boundaries or outside the lines and then go into it, because it's very hard to get it exactly precise, and what happens outside of the boundaries doesn't matter. It's only this little piece here that matters. So let me show you. Left clicking here, I'm going to left click here, I'm going to left click right about there. Then I'm going to left click here. And then this is going to be a bit tight, so I'm going to left click here. And then I'm going to drag it, so I'm making a little bit of a bend. And then I'm going to left click here on the edge of his mouth. And then I'm just going to go up and go outside the lines, because this part doesn't really matter too much. And then I'm going to go and close it. You'll notice it's closed by seeing that 0 or that loop. That O, that basically means that you're closing it. Now it's a closed mask. Perfect. Now, if you're following along with me, the next important step is you have to click on the toggle animation, or the clock watch, or the stopwatch, so to speak, here under mask path. The reason why is we have to mask this path. We have a mask path, but we've got to basically do it over time now, because the dog moves and we want our path to move with the dog, so the mask has to move. So now that that's clicked, there is an option here that you can play. It says track selected mask forward. What this is going to do is it's going to do its best approximation of what it thinks this mask is doing. So let me left click on that right here and watch what happens. It takes a few seconds, so we'll just have a quick chat while this happens. Tracking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's why we reduced the size of it a little bit to 4 seconds, because tracking and stuff like that, it's pretty intense on the CPU usage. So here we go. We've tracked the mask. Well, we're almost done. Come on, Mr. Computer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. See, I was going to get there eventually. Now watch what happens. I'm going to move to the beginning, and then I'm going to hit spacebar and play. And you're going to see here that you see that this starts to go a little bit gray. Basically what's happening is the top video is now masked, so we've taken that part out. Now this doesn't look right, obviously, so the next step is, you remember how well actually, you know what the next step is? Left click on mask 1 here. This is an important step. I'm at the beginning, and you're going to see here that as I move forward in time, the mask is moving with us. This is what that track mask did. It didn't do a perfect job, so if I was going to fix it, I would probably move this one in a little bit here, and then I'd maybe move that in a smidge there, and then I would move forward. This is not quite perfect. This might go to right about here. So you can always make like minor adjustments, but for the most part, it did a pretty good job as to what we're doing. Okay, that's on point. Okay, we basically want it what's between here and here is what matters. So basically we track the mask and it moves with the dog, which is what we wanted. Now, left clicking on here, left clicking on mask. You'll remember that under opacity, we set it to 80% so we could see through it. Set that back now to 100%. Let's go right to the beginning, and I'm going to now go to sequence. I'm going to render it into out so that you don't get any slow jankiness, so you can see it smooth. And this technique alone will allow you now to write in text behind objects inside videos. Watch what we do here. When I hit done, here we go. There it is, guys. Now, again, like I said, this is not perfect. If you want to make it super perfect, again, you can go right into the mask path and you can make little adjustments if you want to like move it out, or if you want to move it in like this. Maybe you don't, maybe you want it to be here. That's not the point. The point is, guys, that is the technique. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I've got a ton more stuff coming up. Stay tuned. I'll be back soon with some more content. Thanks for watching.